Alrighty, let's sit up tall. Okay, any pains or injuries before we start? Good, okay. All right, good day, everyone. This is Stephen Cheng coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video. Today's class is open flow. It is a level 1, level 2. If you're working with any kind of special conditions or limitations, make sure that you do modify or skip poses altogether. And always making good decisions about your movement practice so that you don't create any injuries or perpetuate any injuries. Now, if your lower back or your hips are tight, please elevate and sit up on a block or a blanket, and that might make it easier for you to sit. Morning. All right, let the palms face up. Fingers come to Jnana Mudra, thumb and index fingers touching. Ground evenly through your seat, elongate through your spine, and start to connect to the breath. Let your inhales even out with your exhales. And whenever you're ready, Ujjayi breath, oceans breathing. So lips touching, slight restriction to the back of the throat, and creating the ha sound as you inhale and exhale. Smoothing out your breath, let the mind start to quiet. Three ohms together, inhale. Keeping the eyes closed, hands together in prayer in front of the heart, pressing the thumbs into your heart, heart back into the thumbs, lifting the heart up toward the sky, setting your intention for yoga practice, devoting your practice to someone or something or to yourself, your supreme self that lives within your heart, chanting the mantra for purification, purifying the space in which you practice yoga. Call and response. Om Pavitraha, Om Pavitraha, Pavitrawa, Pavitrawa, Sarva Vushtan, Gatopiwa, Yaha Smarit, Pundrikaksham, Sapahya, Bihyandraha, Suchihi. Beginning to open the eyes, palms face up, fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, right ear to the right shoulder, right hand to the left side. Elongate through the left side of the neck. And then chin toward the right shoulder. Release back to center, drop the right hand, left ear to the left shoulder, left hand to the right side. And chin toward the left shoulder. Release back to center, drop left hand, chin toward the chest. Big circles with the head in one direction, ear to one side. Roll it back, opposite side, roll the center. A few more rounds at your own pace. And take the chin back toward the chest, pause, and then taking the opposite direction. And back to center again. Lift the chin parallel to the floor, neutral spine, extending your legs forward, separating your feet, hands supporting to either side. and turning your toes toward each other. And then roll out, draw in, roll out, draw in, outer rotation, circling. Take it back to center, switch them around, inner rotations. And back to center again, cross your shins and take the opposite shin on top. Inhale, take the arms up high and extend. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, back to center, arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Center again. Side bend to the right, right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. Take it back up, other side. Back to center. Before you extend the legs forward, take the hands back behind you, outwardly. Turn your fingers, slightly reaching back. Lift the sternum, broaden your chest, gently looking up. Come back to neutral, hands together in prayer, interlace, and press your palms forward. Inhale, take it up, and slightly arching back. One more time. Exhale, reach your palms forward. Inhale, lift back up, releasing. Extend the legs forward, and then forward fold, grabbing your feet, ankles, or your shins. Coming back up, keep the left leg extended. Step the right foot down to the floor, to the side of you, and reach it out a little bit. So maybe you're about 2 feet away with the heel, and pivot to your right heel, right? Flexing your foot. Take the hands to frame your left leg to either side of your left leg. And then on the inhale, draw the right knee forward. On the exhale, draw the right knee back. Draw forward, draw back, draw forward, draw back. Stay drawn back, press your left palm to the floor, and then push your right hand to the inner right thigh, getting into the inner right thigh stretch and the hip stretch. And start to release. Draw the right heel back. Your legs are roughly 90 degrees. Left hand to the floor, right arm up. Inhale, exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take it back up. Exhale, counter twist to the right. Take it back to center. Swing the right leg around. Step the right foot down. Half-seated spinal twist. Right hand behind you. Left arm up and twist. Take it back to center. Counter twist. Back to center again. Switch sides. Right leg extended. Step the left foot down. The foot should be maybe about 2 feet away from you, and pivot to the left heel, flexing your foot. Frame your right leg with your hands and make sure that the left arm is not obstructing your left leg. On the inhale, draw the left knee forward. Exhale, open up the knee back. Draw forward, draw back, draw forward, draw back. Stay there. Right palm to the floor, left hand pressing your left thigh away from you. Start to release. Draw the left heel back. Legs are roughly 90 degrees if you can. Right hand to your floor, left arm up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Release. Inhale, come back up. Keep the legs as they are. Counter twist to the left. Back to center. Swing the left leg around. Seated spinal twist, half variation. Left hand behind you. Right arm up. Inhale. Exhale, twist left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, counter twist. Back to center. Soles of feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana. Draw the heels in, grabbing the ankles. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, bowing forward. You can press your elbows to your inner thighs to get more hip opening. And release. Take the knees together, swing the legs back, down dog, and start to pedal out the legs, walking it out side to side. All right. Once you're set, come back to stillness. Inhale, raise your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose and round the spine. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Re-extend the right leg, step it forward. Warrior one, hook your thumbs. Pull the hands actively apart. Reach up and lean back into slight back bend, gently looking up. Come back to vertical, releasing your hands. Warrior one, open it up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. You can take the arm to the top of the right leg to modify, or the right hand to the floor, stacking your shoulders, raising your left arm up. Inhale, take it back up, reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. 3 progressive cobras, hands alongside the rib cage. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. So your belly and your lower ribs on the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down, so you're still hovering. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher, so belly and lower ribs away from the floor. Exhale, lower almost all the way down, still hovering. Inhale, lift up even higher. If you have full extension of your arms, take it. If that is too deep just yet, keeping your elbows bent, we'll modify that. And release all the way down, and then child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. Stay low. Walk your hands over to your left side. Left forearm can come to the floor. Reach through your right fingertips. So on your fingertips, tractioning against the floor, crawl the right fingertips further forward and toward your left, getting a nice shoulder stretch on your right side. Walk it back to center and switch sides. Walk over to the right, right forearm comes down. Left fingertips crawl forward and toward the right side, going into your left shoulder. Walk it back to center, and then walk it forward, coming back to your down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Re-extend, step the left foot forward. Warrior one. So you're going to hook your thumbs, pull the hands actively apart, working your shoulders and your arms, and then lean up and back, slightly arching back for the back bend. Come back up to vertical. Warrior one, releasing your hands. Open it up. Warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, side angle. Again, modifying elbow to the knee or the hand to the floor, right arm reaching up. Inhale, take it back up, reverse warrior. And then hands to the floor, left foot, stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to the belly. So again, 3 progressive cobras. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up a little bit higher. Exhale, lower almost all the way down. Inhale, lift up even higher. Full extension of your arms if you have it. And release all the way down. Child's pose. Feet toward the heels and fold. So this time, staying in the shape of the child's pose, but you're going to thread the left arm through. So left arm threads underneath your right, left shoulder, left cheek comes down to the floor. So it's like a rotated child's pose. So keep reaching your left fingertips toward the right side as you stretch your outer left arm, outer left shoulder, and the right fingertips keep reaching forward. So you're getting a different stretch between your right arm and your left arm. All right, press into your right hand, walk it back in, press into your right hand to lift. Switch hands, left hand down, thread the right arm underneath, right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. So staying in that shape of child's pose, but adding the rotation. Then actively reach your right hand even further to your left to stretch your outer right arm, right shoulder, then reaching your left fingertips forward, stretching the underside of your left shoulder. All right, walk your left hand back in, lift back up, and walk it forward to down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm in touch. Kick back up, stepping your right foot forward. Warrior one. Draw the elbows alongside the ribs, palms face up, and again, lean back with a slight back bend. Bow forward, devotional warrior. Keep your hands separated in a wide position as you bow forward with the crown of the head toward the floor. Fingertips are reaching up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Warrior one. Exhale, open it up. Warrior two. Triangle. Lengthen out the front leg. Right hand to the top of the shin or to the floor. Left arm up. Inhale, take it all the way back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor. Right foot stepping back. Plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. So version 2 of your progressive cobra. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, and hold. Press into your hands, lift up a little bit higher, halfway up maybe. Press into your hands, lift up even higher, full extension of your arms if you have it. And take it back, child's pose. Lift up, camel pose. So set up your knees, tucking your toes under, supporting your hands to your lower back, elbows drawn back. Lean the hips forward, lean the upper torso back. All right, so you're welcome to stay here, supporting with the hands. If your back bending is open enough and you want to reach back for your heels to deepen the pose, go ahead. As you spread and expand the collarbones by drawing your shoulders back and kissing your shoulder blades together, you're also leaning the hips further forward. All right, start to release, come back up, walk your hands forward for down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee. Re-extend, stepping your left foot forward. Warrior one. Draw the elbows alongside the ribs. Gaze up. Bow forward, devotional. Take it back up. Warrior one. Open it up. Warrior two. Lengthen out the left leg. Triangle. Inhale, take it back up. Reverse triangle. Bend the front knee, hands to the floor, left foot stepping back, plank. Inhale, one breath. Exhale all the way down to the belly. Version 2 of progressive cobra. Inhale, lift up, baby cobra, and hold. Press into your hands, lift up a little bit higher. Press into your hands, lift up even higher. Release all the way down. Child's pose. Seat toward the heels and fold. Come up. Camel pose, second variation. Now, if your camel pose the first round was tight enough and you have to keep your toes tucked under, then keep it there and repeat. Otherwise, the deeper variation is with your toes untucked because your heels are a little bit further away, right? So if you have a little bit deeper back bend, let's go for the untucked position. Starting with your hands to your lower back, draw the elbows back, lean the hips forward, and start to draw back in space. Now, if you're reaching for your heels, go ahead and take it. Make your way back up. Walk your hands forward. Down dog. Did I miss the one-legged crow on the second side for the first for this round? I forget. Did I? No, right? I did, right? Okay. So we'll have to do it 2 times. Inhale, right heel up. Exhale, right knee in toward the nose. But the first side was okay. Inhale, kick it up. Open up the hips, bend the right knee. Right knee outside of the right arm and touch. Kick back up. Knee comes into twist and touch the left arm. Inhale, kick it back up. Stepping your right foot forward. Warrior 1. Reach your hands forward. Right hand to your left shoulder, left hand to your right elbow, and gently pulling back. Reach your right hand forward, up, and back, and with your left hand pull against your right elbow. Lean it back for a back bend. Come up to vertical, and then side bend over to your left. Take back to center as you release. Wrap the right arm underneath your left, eagle arms. Lift up, gaze up. Exhale, bow forward, up and down 3 times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. This time, inhale, come all the way up into a vertical, and then twist to your right. Press your left arm up against your right. Right arm up against your left. Back to center. Release. Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extend the side angle. Left palm facing down and reaching forward. Staying here with your extended side angle and then lengthening out the right leg for extended triangle. Left hand to the floor, frame your right foot with your hands. Adjust your back foot if you need to square your hips a little bit better, right? Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. All right, so from the warrior position, depending on how far you turn your back toes back, right? When you come into the pyramid, it may not be a comfortable position for the back foot without the adjustment, right? So if you need to turn your toes in a little bit so that you can square off more comfortably, you should make that adjustment. Left hand stays to the floor, right arm up to twist in your triangle. Extend the right arm forward, extended, revolved triangle. Then keep the right arm extending, bend the right knee, extended, revolved side angle. On the inhale, circle it up and around into reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to the floor, right foot stepping back plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come forward into your plank, lower the knees down. Walk your hands, left hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your right elbow up. Exhale, thread through into your eye of the needle. Right shoulder, right cheek comes to the floor as you twist toward the left. Press into your left hand. Lift back up. Walk your hands back in. So other side. Right hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your left elbow up. Exhale, thread it through. Left shoulder, left cheek comes toward the floor. And pressing into your right hand to twist deeper. So looking at your right arm should be roughly 90 degrees. Press into your right hand, walk it back in, down dog. All right, so since I missed a one-legged crow on the second side in the second round, we'll do it 2 times. Inhale, left heel up. Exhale, left knee in toward the nose. Inhale, kick up, open up the hips, bend the left knee out, swap the left arm and touch 2 times. Kick it back up. Left knee out, swap the left arm and touch. Kick it back up. This time, knee comes into twist and touch your right arm. Kick it back up, stepping your left foot forward. Warrior 1. Reach your arms forward. Left hand to your right shoulder, right hand to your left elbow, and gently pressing back to stretch your shoulder. Right hand to left elbow. Then reach your left arm forward, up and back, and with your right hand pulling against your left elbow, lean it back. Take it back up to vertical and side bending over to the right. Take it back up, extend the arms, eagle. Wrap the left arm underneath your right. Lift the elbows up, gaze up. Exhale, bow forward. Up and down 3 times. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, bow forward. This time, inhale, lift it up to vertical, and then twist toward the left, pressing your left arm up against your right. Square back, release, and open to Warrior 2. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Right palm to face down and reach forward. Keep the right arm extending and lengthen out your left leg. Extended triangle. Take the right hand down to the floor, frame your left leg. So this is what I was talking about with the back heel. All right, so the back heel without adjustment is in a warrior. Sometimes when you're taking this pyramid and try to square forward, right, it might be too much for your right hip. So you can turn the toes in a little bit, which makes it easier for you to square your hips. So make that adjustment if you need it. Right hand stays down, left arm up to twist. Extend the left arm forward, extended revolve triangle. Then bend your left knee, extended revolved side angle. On the inhale, come all the way up and around. Reverse warrior. Exhale, hands to floor, left foot, stepping back plank. Inhale, 1 breath. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Come forward into plank, lower the knees down. Walk your left foot out to the side in the shape of gate pose. Give you a front view this time. Okay, and then walk your right hand, 1 handprint wider, 1 handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your left elbow up. Exhale, twist, left shoulder, left cheek comes down. And so this is the same as threading the needle or eye of the needle as the first one, except the opposite leg is extended out, getting into the hip stretch, into the inner thigh stretch of the left leg. A similar rotation into your mid-back, mid-spine. All right, press into your right hand, lift back up, walk your hands back in, left knee comes down, so coming back to hands and knees, and then step the right foot out to the right side. Left hand, one handprint wider, one handprint further forward. Inhale, raise your right elbow up. Exhale, thread it through. Right shoulder, right cheek comes to the floor. And press into your left hand for resistance to twist deeper into your thoracic spine and your upper back. All right, press into your left hand. Lift back up, walk your hands back in. Walk the knees back in, and then down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Stepping your right foot forward, left knee comes down, crescent moon. Extra padding to your left knee if you need it with a towel, or if you don't have a towel with you, left side folding towards center with your mat, would double up your mat. And walking your hands to top of the thighs and lunge your hips forward, getting into a quad stretch. Once you're set, press your hands into your thighs, lean the upper torso back, gently start to look up at a slight angle. Then once you're set there, arms up, Venus Mudra. All right, if you like additional variations like binding, start to take them. All right, otherwise, maybe simple wrapping around the hands back behind you, interlacing will broaden your shoulders. You can take a gentle side bend, right arm to right leg, left arm overhead for the left side stretch. If you have better extension, you can take the right hand down. It's a much harder reach, right? So make sure you have that extension. You can always use your hand to a block or another object. Or go the other way, left hand to the floor, right arm up and overhead. If you're taking your binds of mermaids, go ahead, grabbing the outside of the left foot with your left hand, right arm up is Mermaid 1. Mermaid 2 is grabbing the inside of the foot, sliding the foot to your elbow crease, and then maybe reaching for the bind. 2 more breaths. All right, when you're ready to release, hands to the inside of the right foot. Turn the right toes out at an angle. Right thigh also turns out. Left hand maybe a little bit wider, maybe even off the mat. Raise your right arm up, right hand behind you, half bind, and twist deeper. Draw the front of the right shoulder up and back as you rotate into the spine, but make sure that the hips are moving forward and downwards, right? And squaring the hips the best you can. It will be a little bit asymmetrical, but I do not want you to collapse all the way to the left side of the hip, right? You want to still get the stretch of the front of the left quads into your front of the left hip. All right, let's bind. If you want, bend your left knee. Reach back for the inside of the left foot with your right hand. Kick it back and stack even more. Use that bowing effect, right, to get you even more stretch. Release your left foot. Let's thread the needle again. Raise your right arm up over the right ear for the side stretch first. And then thread the right arm underneath your left. And as you reach your right hand to your left side, start to draw the right shoulder, right cheek toward the floor. And then let's just take regular lizard. Press into your left hand, lift the torso up a little bit. Walk your hands forward about a foot, and then lower your forearms down to the floor. So then take the next bunch of breaths. I'll give you anywhere between 5 and 10 to really sink into this hip opener. Now, for those of you who cannot take the forearms down, right, you can always keep your arms extended, but just walk your hands forward and go as low as you can. If you have a block or a book at home, you can always take the object underneath your forearms, so that will elevate to take the floor to meet your flexibility as opposed to you reaching for the floor. All right, lift the elbows up, walk your hands back in, turn the right toes back forward, tuck the left toes under you. Half split, shift back, hips over your left knee, flex your right foot, getting the hamstring stretch. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Step the right foot down, walk your right toes a little bit further forward, and lean the hips forward again. So we're working toward the full split. Shift back once again for the hamstring stretch, flexing your right foot. Now the next time we come forward, we are sliding the right heel forward, left knee back, forward and back, until you get to whatever level of your Hanumanasana, your split that you have. All right, so when you're ready, keep light on the right heel so you can slide forward, then left knee slightly back. Slide the right heel forward, left knee back. So negotiate away into your split however you like. Right? If the hamstring stretch in your split is a little bit tough for you, stay in a half split. Alrighty, when you are ready to break, start to make your way back up by lifting the seat gently. Draw the right heel back to shift back. Then step the right foot down as you shift forward. And let's take extended malasana. Step the right foot back. Draw the heels together, toes apart, and then press into your hands. Draw the seat toward the heels and fold in this deeper extended squat. All right, down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Step the left foot forward between your hands for crescent moon. Right knee comes down. So take extra padding as you need. Set up the base of the pose. Walking your hands to the top of the thighs and lean the hips forward. Press your hands into your thighs. Lean the upper torso back, gently looking upwards. Once you're set, then arms up. Venus Mudra. And again, those of you who took variations, work through whatever you did on the first side. If you're following me, we are taking the interlacing of the other thumb on top, wrapping hands back behind you for the heart opener. If you're side bending, the more easy one is left elbow to top left knee, right arm up and overhead. If you can reach your left hand down comfortably, go ahead and reach further down. It's a much deeper extension. It's harder to reach down with your left hand. Otherwise, maybe to the side, to the right side, right hand to the floor, left arm overhead. If you're taking your binding of mermaids, bending your right knee, grabbing the outside of the right foot, kick it back, left arm forward, up and back is your mermaid 1. Mermaid 2, grab the inside of the foot, slide that foot into your elbow crease. Then, maybe taking the bind again. Alrighty, let's begin to release. Hands to the inside of the left foot. Turn your left toes out at an angle. Left thigh also turns out. Right hand can go a little bit wider. Inhale, raise your left arm up and behind you, half bind. And so again, the reminder is the hips are moving forward and downwards. Try not to roll to the side of the leg. And if you're going further to bind, bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand, grabbing the inside of the foot. Then you want to kick the foot away from you, which stretches your left shoulder and left arm And maybe that gives you that tension to deepen the twist. Release your binds, left arm up and over the left ear, side stretch. And then thread the needle, left arm underneath your right. So the more you reach your left hand to the right side, the deeper your left shoulder stretch. The more you bend your right elbow to lower your shoulder and cheek toward the floor, the deeper your thoracic twist and lower back stretch. Start to lift back up, walk it back in, and then hands forward about a foot. So again, if you don't have the forearms coming down comfortably, you can just keep reaching hands further and further forward and lowering your hips and your chest the best you can, right? If you can lower your forearms, fantastic, take it. You also have the option of taking the blocks or your books underneath your forearm, so that slight elevation might make it easier and more accessible for you to take this lizard. So allow breath and gravity to help you sink into the pose. So actively you are reaching the hips forwards and downwards, supporting with your arms, whether it's with your hands or your forearms. Alrighty, let's start to release. Lift the elbows back up, walk your hands back in. Turn your left toes forward, frame your foot, tuck the right toes under. It's a half split. You're going to shift your hips back over your right knee and lengthen out the left leg, flexing your left foot. Inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Stepping your left foot back down, walk your left foot further forward by about 3 or 4 inches, and then lean forward once again. So going into hip opening, quad, and then hamstring stretch, hip opening, hamstring stretch, to prepare yourself into that split. Shifting back to half split one more time. So the next time we come forward, it is working toward the full split. Gently sliding the left heel forward, right knee back, left heel forward, right knee back. All right, so when you're ready, keep light on the left heel so you can easily slide forward, right knee further back, slide the left heel forward, right knee further back, and then work your way into that split nice and slow. Make sure you keep supporting with your hands, and if you have blocks, you can always use your block to your left hamstring or your left seat. Alrighty, starting to break. Press into your hands, lift the seat, be light on the left heel still, and drag that foot back. Step the left foot down, tuck the right toes under, step the left foot back, extend the malasana, heels together, toes apart, and folding forward in that deeper squat. Take it back to down dog. Inhale, right heel up. Step the right foot forward, low lunge. Raise the arms up high, high lunge. Inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Inhale, lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bending the front knee, high lunge. Stepping on the right foot. Shift forward, draw the left knee in. Tree pose. Sole of the left foot to the inner right leg. And then take the arms out in a wide position and steady your balance here. And once you have the steadiness, right, you have many options here. You can stay in basic tree. You can take the arms out. You can take the arms up. Or maybe hands together in prayer. Maybe hands wrapping back behind you for the shoulder opener, right? Those are all nice options. Maybe side bending to your left. More advanced practitioners, you have many other options as well. You can come into flying crow. You can do your half lotus, forward folding, tiptoe balances, right? I'm going to take a dragonfly twist. I'm going to take figure four with my left leg, which is ankles to knee. So flexing the left foot to protect the left ankle and the left knee. Then bend your right knee and let the seat draw down. So this figure four, very important to keep the left ankle engaged by flexing your foot. Then I'm twisting to the right by taking the left tricep to the sole of the left foot, hands together in prayer. So this is my dragonfly twist. It's just taking the preparation and not taking the arm balance. All right, begin to square back up to chair, stepping your left foot down, and staying here in chair. So this in particular, for those of us who took a half lotus, right? If you work through those options, then this will help you reset your knees. For the rest of us, this is still quite strengthening and neutralizing. Exhale, dive forward, crow pose. Hands come forward about 1.5 feet, palms flat. Draw the arms back, knees to back the arms. Gaze to the floor slightly ahead of you. You're not looking down and behind you. You're looking slightly forward. So that as you shift forward, elbows lining up over your wrists, maybe gets you to a point where you can lift your feet and balance. Best you can, best you can. All righty. When you're ready, walk or jump back to down dog. Inhale, left heel up. Stepping left foot forward, low lunge. Arms up high, a high lunge. Steadying your balance here before we take movement. And when you're ready, inhale, lengthen front leg, reach up higher. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Bend the front knee, arms alongside. Lengthen, reach up. Keep the arms reaching. Bend the front knee as your high lunge. Then shifting forward, stepping on the left foot, picking up the right knee, tree pose. Sole of the right foot to inner left leg. And taking the arms up high. And once you steadied your balance, you are taking whatever variations you like. So arms out in a Y, arms can go up, or hands can go to prayer. If you're taking the heart opener, wrapping hands back behind you, interlace with the other thumb on top this time. Right? So that's your heart opener. You can side bend over to the right. Right arm, right leg, left arm overhead. All right? If you're taking your half lotus for full tiptoe balances, all that stuff that you like, take it. If you're following me, it's ankles to knee, figure four position, so that you're taking the dragonfly twist. So you're going to bend your left knee a little bit. Take the right tricep to the sole of the right foot. Hands together in prayer. Keeping the gaze to the floor. You want the resistance of the right arm pressing against your foot and a slight feeling of leaning the upper torso back so that you get that stretch into your right arm, right shoulder, or shoulder blade. All right, starting to break. Make your way back up. Then step the right foot down, chair, staying in your chair. So again, for those of you who took half lotuses, right, this is a nice neutralization for your left knee, right, and left ankle. For those of us who didn't, this is quite strengthening and neutralizing as well. Exhale, dive forward. Second crow pose. Crow pose into your headstands if you have it, or one-legged crow variations, or any other crow variations you like. Desi, take your hands 1 inch back. Only 1 inch back. Okay, try again. Right? Did you feel a little bit lighter, a little bit more like it's accessible? I felt like your hands were too far away so that you ran out of space, like you couldn't reach anymore and your elbows are still drawn back, so that's why you couldn't leverage the weight. But with with your hands 1 inch back, now you're able to draw the elbows over your wrists, so that now when you reach, you're able to take the foot off the floor a little more easily. That's kind of how I felt like once you made the adjustment, it looked like you were more readily able to shift and bear weight into your arms. Good. There you go. All right, let's make your way back. When you're ready, walk or jump back to down dog. All right, let's take 3 tuck toe up dogs. Inhale, come forward into your plank. Let the hips start to draw down as you lift your chest in a tuck toe position. Exhale, take it back to down dog. 2 more times. Inhale, tuck toe up dog, forward into plank, hips draw down, lift your chest. Exhale, take it back to down dog. Inhale forward, hips down, lift the chest. Exhale, down dog. Left leg up, pigeon. Draw the left knee in, land that shin to the floor. Measure out for your pose. Left thigh angles out 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your right knee further back, lowering your hips, untuck the toes, walk your hands back, elongate through your spine. And then once you're set, make your way forward. You can stay in your forearms. You can make pillows with the hands. And again, you may stay here for the full duration of time in your passive pigeon. Those of you who like your options, take whatever you like. Or if you're working with me, you can walk your hands back and just elongate through the spine, lifting up. And this will give you a nice hip opener, front of the right hip quad stretch, and then also into a nice lower back bend. All right, and then we're binding, left hand to the inside of the left leg, so in front of the shin, to support. Then bend your right knee, grab the outside of the foot, kick back, lift up and back. It is your Mermaid 1. Mermaid 2, grab the inside of the foot, slip that foot to your elbow crease, and then taking the bind again. I'll give you another 5 deep breaths or so to work through any additional variations you like. Getting there, getting there. All right. Lift back up. Double ankles to knee or double pigeon. Draw the left seat down. Swing the right leg around. And center your seat. Chances are you're off to the left a little bit. So centering your seat. The bottom heel, left heel. Draw it forward a little bit so that the shin becomes more parallel to the front of the mat. Then taking your right foot, doing the same thing. Right ankle on top of the left knee. Adjusting as you need. So this is called double pigeon because you're taking two pigeon poses, stacking them, or ankles to knee, or burning logwood, right? So you're looking to line up the shins one over the other, and you're going deep into your hip flexors. So start with your hands to either side, elongate through the spine, and once you set up your legs, right, you want to make sure also to flex your ankles so that you're protecting the corresponding knees and ankles, okay? All right, so once you have the lengthiness of the spine, actively think about the right knee drawing down so that you're going into the hip flexors. Now, for those of you who have tight hip flexors, right, you might be quite high. That is okay. We just want to actively reach down so that you can feel for the rotation into your hip flexors. Now, for those of us who are very open, maybe the knee touches the left ankle. That is perfectly fine. That's what we want to eventually get to. All right, so let's start to work on the forward fold. Hands slightly behind you, elongating through the spine. Inhale. On the exhale, keep that neutral spine. Start to hinge at the hips to draw forward. As you draw the torso forward, you will start to feel that the right knee may start to bring some movement closer and closer toward the left ankle. That's fantastic. Do the best you can. All right, if you get to a certain point where you can start to move your arms forward, then move your arms forward. And then maybe your forearms can come all the way down, maybe to a block or a book, maybe even high up like this, elevated. But as long as you're leaning the torso forward with a neutral spine, hinging at the hips, working with the top knee going down toward the bottom ankle, that's all you're going for. Desi, flex your top foot a little bit more. Hold the toes back. Yes, that's flexing your foot. So keep in that position. Yeah, there you go. I know that once you start going deeper, right, you kind of lose sense of your body positioning. So make sure that you're always conscious about the flexing of your feet. That's very important to protect the ankle joint and the knee joint, right? Going deeper forward is less important as long as you keep safe. Once you have the proper alignment and safety, then you can work on more depth. And so we've been holding this for a little bit. You'll notice that when we start to ease out the pose, you're going to feel a lot of compression or a lot of sensation to your hips and ankles and knees, right? So we're going to neutralize them by taking the feet, flexing and pointing. So as you're ready, start to make your way up. You're going to support the top leg with your arms, with your hands, and extend the leg forward. Support the bottom leg, extend the leg forward, hands to either side. As you extend out to release, you want to flex and point your feet a whole bunch of times. And that will help you neutralize your knees and your ankles. You'll feel a huge difference. All right. Once you're feeling pretty neutral, you're ready to make your way back to pigeon and then down dog. You're going to draw the left heel in. Swing the right leg back, and that is your pigeon to transition back to your down dog. Take lots of movement, side to side. And all righty, when you're ready, you're feeling pretty neutral. Right leg up. Draw that right knee in, land that shin to the floor. So you're in a pointed toe position, right knee, right thigh. Start to angle off to the side, 30 to 45 degrees. Inch your left knee further back, untucking your toes, walk your hands back, elongate through the spine. Once you're feeling set and you're level in your hips and you're feeling balanced, then you're ready to draw your hands forward, forearms down, or making pillows with the hands and resting the forehead. All right, and then those of you taking your additional variations, go ahead. All right, so you can walk your hands in, lifting your torso back up, coming back to how we started our pigeon by elongating through the spine. If you're taking the binds, I like to walk my right hand in front of the shins toward the center of the mat. That will give me more support to balance with. Then bending the left knee, grabbing the outside of the foot. So the first thing once you have the foot is to kick back. As you kick back, the upper torso tends to lean back, getting into a better balancing position. Once you kick back far enough and you can free up the right hand, you can start to reach your right arm, forward, up, and back. So that's your Mermaid 1. Mermaid 2, grabbing the inside of the foot. As you draw the foot in, you're going to slide the foot across your forearm to your elbow crease, and then reaching your left arm up and toward the head. Then, once you have your balance, you can reach up and back into your Mermaid 2. Good one. That's a good one. Getting there. Shaky, but already from the last few weeks, the second side looks like it's beginning to get there. So you hung on for about a second or two. So that is an improvement since previously. All right, let's start to make your way up, ankles to knee or double pigeon. So this time, I'll face this direction. All right, so from your pigeon, you're going to lift the torso up, take the right seat down, swing the left leg forward. All right, so you're probably off to the right side, so you're going to center your seat and adjust your back heel forward a little bit so that the shin becomes more parallel to the front of the mat and flex your right foot. Then, taking the left ankle on top of the right knee, flex that foot. So before you start working the knee down, you want the proper positioning first. And then also, I'm still feeling I'm a little bit off to the side, so I'm going to adjust a little bit. Once you have all that, then you want to support with your hands and sit up tall. Once you have all this alignment, now you're ready to think about the top knee working downwards, right? So again, if you have tighter hips, you might be higher. That's perfectly fine. You just work with what you have. If you can start to draw further down, maybe to the point that the top knee makes contact with the bottom ankle. If that is not you today, that is fine. That's okay. Keep working with what you have. So hands supporting, keeping the spine lengthy. Inhale. Exhale. Keep that neutral spine as you hinge at the hips to draw forward. And as you draw the torso forward, you'll notice that the top knee starts to go downwards a little bit as well, right? So that's the angle of your torso in relationship to your legs, as well as the muscle fibers releasing a little bit as you draw forward, right? So maybe the top knee makes contact with the bottom ankle, maybe not. Maybe you're walking your hands forward and taking your forearms down, or maybe not. Hands stay behind you for support. Right, so just making sure that we are mindful about how we take flexibility poses. So for the most part, as we keep repeating the poses, as we keep working methodically into the poses, we should get more and more depth out of each pose as we continue to progress, right? But there may get to a point where you kind of get stuck and that is your maximum. If that is the case and you haven't reached the full pose yet, that is perfectly fine. That is just your anatomy. And so if that is the case, just stay where you are and do the best you can, right? So also, based on the structure of your skeleton, sometimes if you're internally, you're already making contact bone to bone and you can't go any further, then that is it, right? When you're bone to bone, there's no more you can go for. So it is what it is, and you just kind of honor that. Alrighty, when you're ready, start to make your way back up. So you're going to support the left leg, extend it forward, right? So feel for all that rigorousness, all right? All that sensitivity. Extend the right leg forward, hands to either side, and flex and point your feet a whole bunch of times, all right? You flex and point your ankles. All right, once you're feeling pretty good and you're ready, draw the right heel back and through that pigeon, left leg back, make your way back to the down dog. And then pedal it out, side to side, walking it out. Let's take yogic squat, walk your feet forward, let the feet be wide, toes are slightly turned out. Keep your hands supporting. Now, if you're tighter around the hips, right, you might have to go wider, you might have to turn the toes out wider. For those of us who have more flexibility, maybe your heels come a little bit closer, maybe your toes point further forward, right? So if you're able to draw the heels all the way together for your yogic squat, fantastic. Right? That's what we're working for. Otherwise, your feet are quite wide and working there. So play with it and see where you are. Five more breaths. All right, on your next inhale, start to release. Then take the hands back behind you and gently take the seat down, extending the legs forward. With the hands to either side, supporting with the hands, gently slide the hands out, bearing weight to help you draw the upper torso back. Once you're on your backs, draw the left knee in, left arm out to a T, and then twist to the right for your reclined twisting. Make sure to keep your left arm, left shoulder blade flat on the floor. They're acting as your stabilizers, your feet, right? So make sure that the left shoulder blade is grounded to support as you gently twist to the right. Alrighty, square back to center. Switch legs, switch arms, and twist to the left. Take the right knee back to center and hug both knees in. Happy baby, threading the arms to the inner knees to grab the outer feet. Let the knees go wide. So once you settle into the pose, you're looking to draw the lower back and toward the sacrum, toward the floor, and the upper back, the back of the head, toward the floor. So as you actively press your heels up with your legs, pull the feet down with your arms. So make as much contact through the entire back, from the top all the way down to the bottom, the best you can. All right, start to release. Step the feet to the floor. Gently slide the legs forward. Shavasana, find a relaxation. Separate your feet, toes are turned out. Arms alongside the body, palms face up. Eyes closed, let everything go. Begin to draw your breath back in, moving your fingers and your toes. And when you're ready, reach the arms overhead, stretching in opposite directions. And then rolling over to the right side and come up to a comfortable cross-legged position. Let's take a non-dominant chin on top. Palms face up, fingers come back to Jnana Mudra. Reconnecting to an even seat, lengthy spine, shoulders broad, breath deep, and let the neck be free. Inhale for Om. Hands together in prayer, bowing forward, sealing in the practice. Inhale, come up. Namaste. Thank you so much for being here this morning. And thank you for sharing your practice with me. My name is Stephen Cheng, coming to you live from 333 Grand in downtown Jersey City, New Jersey. Please visit my website, simhayoga.com, for the hybrid schedule, which is in person here at 333 Grand, as well as through Zoom. You can register for class through ubindi.com. And if you're watching this on YouTube, classes are $10, and you can pay through Venmo or PayPal. Payment information on the bottom of the video. You can also find that on my website, simhayoga.com. Thank you again for joining me. See you next time.